Good morning, folks. It's 9:47 a.m. on the 25th day, 3rd month, 2024. Give me a moment here. I'm going to pull my screen up. Right, what we're looking at here is some of the totals here for the area that's been under the influence of the Cairns beam, the wicked glitch of the far north, if you will. That's been ever so guilty of beam, but a beam, and it totals it with a V-shaped beam that it doesn't always sit in the same spot. Like yesterday, it panned a little more towards the west, allowing further totals inland down near Innisfails and places like that have gotten the inundations. And when we look down on the days of the tens here that are coming up, for this beautiful Capricorn coast even down here is starting to see some high totals showing up that do need to be taken into account in your travel plans when I'm seeing over 10 centimeters in some spots and 7 and 8 in others. You know, we get out here in the bushy areas of the world where things run very quickly over roads. But on the fives, I'm not showing too much, and that'll put us right on the Easter holidays when some of the totals are going to start getting higher. But if I'm looking here towards Innisfails and I'm still seeing that 20 centimeter mark parking and some of the peninsulas here, did you see that third of a meter popping up right here where my middle finger is? Yeah, the middle finger says that Cowley Beach training area. Oh, I'm going to have some wet training going on there with the wetness. Yeah, you will have moist maneuvers. Yeah, to maneuver the moisture to you. So I'm going to show you a few beaming things that have been going on overnight that are really going to be deciding a lot of your weather plan that's going on. So I'm going to do the 12-hour backup here. And so you can see some of the EMF corridors that have been set up by radar here, 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 here. And up here had a big maneuver went on that split the moisture flow over this area here where the military grounds are. And I can see evidence of it in the sky here, the EMF that's been deployed. And so we have a lot of beaming to look at today. Hoping that I can actually get the live feed to come up. No, it's not. Yeah, give me a moment while I'm going to run your forecast part of this so I can get my screen on here where I can see your comments a bit. Do a verifying that I'm live. Yes, somebody's watching from New Zealand. Hey, so right now I'm going to do your rain and thunders and all that rumbles, and I'm going to be switching around between events because I'm not in full agreement with everything that they're going to show here for each one. So like as usual, I'm going to go along with what pressures I think are about to occur. Oh, you know why I can't find myself? Because this has got my new account. I have to look up myself. All right, here I am. Here I am, boom, 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 describing how they make the hurricanes. Doo, 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 boom, boom. Hey, Fiji, you get about 6 tendrils coming your way here in about 8 days. They're gonna have a storm's gonna come in from east to west, and in several bands of moisture. So you want to be a heads up on that. We got some heads up here, definitely for the Townsville corridor over here. They ain't done with you guys yet. You need some freedom, man, some smarten it up. They must need new cameras on your road, maybe a wider railroad track, because I've been looking at the railroad track here that they use for freight, and the gauge is too narrow, and it needs some freedom. And all the land on the sides of it will get some freedom too, as the Health and Safety Acts make sure that you have no access to your backyard. I mean, where the train track is going. Oh, look at a straight line storm here popping up on the 30th. Nothing to see here for the Easter bunny except wetness, man. The Easter egg hunt will be a floaty. It's right, the bad egg. Ooh, would you look at that line of storms here? Here, what a big old lightning batch coming across on Sunday the 31st, eh? The 31st. And well, if April showers start in April, why did the Lando Cane farm over this part of Victoria where it's going to get very stormy? And when you got these turnarounds here spitting moisture like this down and kicking into a batch of cold air coming from Antarctica that was moved up by beams. Now look at this big deployment here. You guys were showing me a big white flagship here the other day, and I left. I said, well, that's not a CME. It's a ship out at sea. It's a sea ship, see? Look at it. Now, if I zoom this down, you'll get a better shot of it in motion. You know, it's better in motion sometimes. So if I'm lucky here, I can keep it large and show you the beam. Keep your eyes on Australia there. Watch it. How many hours did a CME last? It would have just passed. It wouldn't have stayed and lit up the atmosphere that damn long. Get out of here. You ain't that close to the pole where that effect would be so sustained. Yeah, I'll have to explain how that works with round and rotation and auroras. I'll enjoy showing you how that works by magnetic tendrils that go in to the toroid field of the planet Earth, or the species that we should call planet. And her name is never been asked. You got another beam here prepped up. See it right through here. Splitting that river of moisture is going to help back this tendril up so that this tendril can come that way. And heavy totals are to be associated with that beam right here. See it right here? We got to show it, man, if we see it. You'll understand how to, and also their earthquake risk right around there is very high because of other beams I've seen. And to give you an example of some of the beams I've seen, this was that event I just showed you. Here's all the beams that were in that picture you couldn't pick up on because I did this earlier. You have a beam shooting down here, go look, that's that one that's interfering here. So I can pick up the heaviest interference patterns are through this echo area here. You have the chromatic trench here, a direct vibration point here and here, echoing back and forth, echoing, echoing, echo, echo. So your chromatic trench is very active right now. Right, we had a big beam shoot from the center of the country out here to really define the path of the slowness of the motion of this storm here. And you can often see there are glitches showing up in the sky. You know, when I look at the flow of all this moisture here, and I see straight line through here, and then curving like that, right, and it's matching up with my map, then I know I'm nailing it, and that their lies are showing. You can't hide your lies from my eyes in the skies. It's just basic science, real science. That's right. This is. Come on, doctors, prove me wrong, and give me a chance to reiterate with the Socratic method, not the hypocrites method that this new settled science uses. Yeah, straight line straight through there. This is a new image, so I gotta get this. You got a ship out here, right about here. Yep, controlling the flow, making sure that that beam here reverberates more, continues its rush in and over into. Gosh, there's really going to be a bad storm coming your way, Fiji. We'll have a look at it. So, yeah, we'll leave that alone now. The more screens I close, the better this screen's going to work. So, right, I'll go back to what I was going to show you about the weather radar and the blastings that was going on. Right, because a lot of people were seeing these beams. Okay, we want weather radar, the Windy Premium. By paying premium, by the way, it allows me to show it so that troll there can shut the up. A little bit of shut the fuck up going on. Oh, look at the beam coming out right here, right now. See it right there? See that big spiking line right there? The big blaster over here out of Richmond? See the beam coming out of Townsville here? This is all control and flow. This one here in Mackay has screwed this peninsula for water because these rays that you'll see right here. Look, I'll show you. Right here. So you can see this is blasting. But if you come down here, when the condensatable things go through the area of perturbation atmosphere, the perturbed atmosphere, excuse me, an area of perturbation. That's right. That's right. Particulate excitation by EMF perturbation. Give them that one. And tell them to shut the fuck up when they tell you it's a glitch. The glitch would be all the time. The glitch don't move around randomly, but the wicked witch flies all the time. See the rays right there pointing right at the station. Put a straight edge up there and you'll find it goes right to the Mackay radar. We always have the ends of things being straight lines. Well, you do when the cam is there or when they shut the radar feed off. Right? Right. And that red there, that dots, that's future forecast crap. We don't go there. We just want to see what's going on. And as I go down here towards the southern Queensland, northern New South Wales, you'll see quite a bit of action over the last 12 hours. Straight lines, EMF beams, chemtrails drawn in straight lines that only they nucleate, and it's very easy to control the edge of the chemtrail when it's electrically charged. What electrically charges it? These EMF emitters here, these atmospheric heaters, the excitation of the molecules, the moving of magnetic things near each other can induce voltages. It's just it's a complicated, simple thing to explain, but again, I have to have my hands to show you it. That's right. Sometimes you got to use your hands to show how the moisture works. Oh, God, look at that when they're just stirring it up. Heated outflow, spin in that direction, which is hot. What's this one doing? Bzzz, bzzz, getting fried, getting fried. Guna dada bada bing bang bong, otherwise known as the Tamworth radar. Terrible Tamworth is frying, guilty Grafton's got it going on. The big bong of woolen bong is out there just blasting away. Bzzz. Oh, what we got on here? Bateman's Bay, Bateman's Bay. You got sprayed, man. Boy, are you getting fried over here. Bzzz. Let's fry the mountains there, Michelangelo. What a fucking shame. Yeah, you got a device right over here. Bzzz. Bzzz. That's the sound that stuff makes in a microwave when you're stripping plasma. Bzzz, bzzz, strip electrons to make plasma. It's easy. Whatever the sickness mix over the top is not good at all. No, you're right. It's absolutely terrible, Nellie Hayward. It's very, very terrible, terrible sickness mixes. Alice Springs is not innocent in this, but let's see if theirs comes back on 12 hours. Yeah, they were not innocent at all. They were beaming, man. They beamed your ass. Yep. It's aliens. You see it right there? Look at that. It's like an ass crack, isn't it? Or is it Kunta? There it is, the camel toe in the sky. And up, camel toeing up the sky. Rob D says, getting fried, getting fried, getting fried. With a camel toe style. Getting fried, getting fried. Boy, are you getting cunted. Look at this. I guess I'm going to screenshot that. It's just too tempting. Hi. Beckoning you with geoengineering, sexualizing the sky. Now that's a beam. It was just controlling moisture. There's more beams going on right here. See, it's all pointing right at the NEXRAD radar station. That'll be a line from a chemtrail right there. Because I watched this. I was up most of the night. Ingham, and then you see the straight line storms. This isn't naturally occurring cloud formations here. This is geoengineering of the skies over Australia. This is pinpoint targeting of a road that is advertised in town meetings to needing improvement. And this is the A6. And you're underneath the half a centimeter an hour rain fall along this path when this came through, and some of it was, these things were much higher than that, where you're seeing an hour of rain that's going to drop you a centimeter plus on top of you. And some of these tendrils that are lurking and being maneuvered, manipulated, and engineered to rain where Agenda 2030 wants improvements. Let that sink in. It then floods you out, or increase where the floodplain is and tell you you can't have injuries, get the fuck out. For your own safety. Yeah, for your own safety. Here's that vaccine working out, people. I ain't going to call it the vaccine and hide all this bullshit. Let's just talk about things plainly of the COVID experience. And well, my mother had a fall that they suspect was a stroke last night. I'm not too fucking happy about this whole mob scene, vaccine bullshit, woke culture that does fucking won't open their damn eyes and see the Toowoomba by the bing bang boomba over here is frying you in a delta formation. A delta formation. Now rotate that. What do you have? You have a smoothie maker. You have a mixer. Well, depending upon the direction you rotate that is where you will control the flow into an area. And as I'm watching the flow controlled to bring the moisture right over the top of Marucci and to the top of the northern rivers areas to begin swallowing the streams that kill the dreams, I'm not happy. When I know that tornadic activity is more than possible in this area during the heat of today, mixing with that cold air, and the terrible flows created by this electromagnetic frequency, and the beams they put through Brisbane last night. Let's see if we got another shot of this. I'm telling you, I'm a bit wound up. Now, let's see if we could find that other shot I took last night. Computer says no. It might be this one. Now, that's Alice again yesterday when I was watching. That was on the 22nd, where she's guilty of storming and aiming again. Oh, well, we'll have to hope we see that, or maybe they'll stop doing it forever, because you had a lot of beams come through here all at once on the 12 hours. I probably can stop it at a point where you'll see how many radar stations were actually involved in this manipulation that went on here. You had all three of the Brisbane radars firing. All right, this one's firing. You see the shape of the V? So that shows emanation point, because beams go out shaped like a cone, called a conicity, C-O-N-icity, conicity. Do you have something here? Fire in that direction, making a wall. That fired that direction, making a wall, and you were fanning down this direction, making a wall. You made a wall here so nothing can get through. You pinned this fucking storm. These radars pinned it along this path. They pinned it. And there was nowhere else for the water to go except through the path of least resistance. Look at the radar ring right here. See that? Marburg, right over the top of you, where these radars are offline last night when you went to look at them, when they're all too familiar. Let's see if it's doing it. And we go over here to the ICE National Radar. Let's hope everything's working. Go look at the current conditions here. And let's click one, see if we can get Marburg here. It's on. That's a swirl of a chem. How come these are going in two different directions of flow here? Look at this. It's not an occluded front. All the pressures do not show an occluded front here, which would only thing that could really produce that other than electromagnetic manipulation, weather modification that's visible right before our eyes over here. If I put this pressure in, you show me where there's a low under a high right here, or a high under a low. There's one main direction of wind, not two. So if you got any other direction of wind, it's being forced. How? Through manipulation of heated outflow through atmospheric heaters that are directing the flows over this area in a very predictable way to make sure that this chemtrail line here copped it up there, made sure this flow spit, made sure this sickness mix went over the top of people. On not such a mundane Monday. Look at the boom boom there. Look at this. I'm going to have a quick look at that. This is weather modification. This is owning of your weather before 2025. So let's have a look at that. We got a lot of plumes here. We got swastikas going on. There's that pulse. It's not perfectly clear. I see it pretty good on my screen here. Boom, with a square, spikes at it. Boom, boom, boom. Same type thing. Boom, 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 boom. Boom! Went the plumes, and your health went right out the window, because you ain't got no fresh air, fresh field of bombs being deployed over here to go over the top of where a good percentage of the population is. I read a stat yesterday that said 90% of the Australian population lives on the east coast of this country here, and a hell of a lot of them are in this corridor right here, and a hell of a lot of you are here, and you get repeatedly flooded, repeatedly toxified, just in time for cancer and asthma vaccines to be tested on you fools at warp speed. May the man who invented warp speed rot in hell. Told you, we're all going to learn about this today, tomorrow, and the next day. So you better get used to it. You know, tomorrow might be your mom. Today it's mine. And as I'm watching my Mother Earth carping it too. They'll try to say they need a vaccine for the Earth. No, what the vaccine for the Earth would be us getting the fuck off it with our fucking playing around, fuck around, find out kind of attitude. Playing with electromagnetic frequency that tortures the sensation things that sense stuff. Had the fish in the ocean with the waveforms going through their bodies, microwaving the fish, bombing up the atmosphere, and then the clouds go out here and fall in the rain, acidifying things. Look at this bomb here. Look at it. Let it sink in. We have got to expose the conspiracy that conspired to do this to Mother Earth. Look at this. This ain't a conspiracy to show you harm any more than would be a conspiracy to say if you stand too close to the edge of that train track, you might have a problem. Right? We just want to help you. Look at this crap here. Big line of crap going out into Carpinteria. Someone came along in a line and just deployed chemicals, throwing them pell-mell up in the air. You get evidence of low-deck plasma nucleation down here in a V, pointing towards a place, pointing towards a location, an intersection. And where are we? Within the influence of many radars, and not all of them are listed, folks. They're not listed. Privately owned little trucks to fill in the gaps of the radar coverage that just never trickle down until you see it anything but looking like a bunch of Legos going by. Done by these numbnuts at the Bureau of Malarkey. I can't even look at this. I get disgusted. Absolutely disgusted. So how far along have we gone here? Oh, now we're down to the dip down in the pressure where things are gonna get interesting. But if you look out here, there is no break in the high pressure, just a couple bubble ups to keep bringing the cold air in. Bloop, bloop. Hey, that's gonna fuck Madagascar. Ain't that nice to be them, huh? And this is gonna cruise by New Zealand because this high pressure here just wants you to have a big electric bill, I think. Yep. Have your air conditioner when you don't need it. Yep. Let's just crisp up those trees. Let's get the winter going early. Well, Mr. Burns goes, excellent. Oh, no, burning wood soon. Yeah, we'll step in that. Uh-oh, waiting for live video signal. I might have had an interrupt there. Oh, well, it's to be expected. Yeah, I've had a complete stoppage. Yeah, we're still here. Grand Rising. Grand Rising to you as well for wishing Grand Risings there, Mr. Stryker. Damn it, Stryker. Well done, Stryker. Captain Planet. We're all one big family. Have you figured it out yet? Have you figured out that all of us take one big family picture every day on NASA Worldview? And if you look over here, you want to see some microwaves? Look at the frying that went on down here in Tassie. Bzzz, with faster. And these clouds don't go anywhere. They're just sitting there. I know these can sometimes naturally occur, but there's a bit too much landmass for that to continue to do that this far out at sea. Like somebody made a mountain range or beam of excited molecules jumping up and down. Yeah, they'll be jumping up and down. Jump. The Mac Daddy said jump. Here you guys go how high and how deep sometimes. Oh yes, Pegamemnon, give us some more. Give us some more slavery. Have some more laws. Yeah, some more taxation theft from us. Steal it. Wash that money in the next war. Cash cow. What's the next country? Ukraine was the last time. They gave you guys the big crane right up the old wazoo. Full crane. Totally erect. 90-degree crane even. Dropped you right on it. Well, that bill's going to come later in. That's your kids. You guys promised trillions of dollars to the corporation. Not billions. This is fucked. They're going to have to cut the dollar into like confetti-sized pieces just to pay that bill up. Ooh, that's right. When the guy that tells you how much something costs can print the money, that's fucked up. They don't run out of zeros in their fucking bank account. We damn sure do. When we get down too low, they punish us and take the rest of it away through fees. Not like there's a teller there working no more. There's no intelligence working anymore hardly anywhere. Look at this big straight line here in New Zealand with a V shape here. Would you possibly think you have a device here? Is there a ship at sea? Can you really see what's going on yet? Did you figure it out? You know what it is? Is the call is on. It's kill switch engaged. How you going to handle it? when you get the instant message? How did you handle it when you did? These cascading bombs all at once. Boom, 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 boom. And in a flow that's going super fast. That's a get the fuck out of here, cascading from above into that cloud mass. And the plume is not going whoosh, that direction where the flow is, right? It's not. It's pluming the wrong way. Compliments of the Pluminazis. Do you love the Pluminazis? Zig fucking Ziggy, stardust in your eyes. The golden age! Have a fucking mouthful of golden showers, you idiots. Sulfuric acid rain. Look at the chembrams over here. Over this Patus Insula, this great big old mitten over here, ready to, like a lobster claw there, ready to glutch out all the stuff in the reef. Yeah, this is the Capricorn Club. We are in the Tropic of Capricorn, where the toilet flush is a little bit less. Coriolis effect. Travel the world and look at that. That's an amazing thing to see. The toilet flush in the opposite direction with an actual stand-up Titanic going down. What a fucking sight. Yep. Look at that bomb there. Big sky shark boom boom ba boom ba boom. Big sky shark boom boom ba boom ba boom. Big sky sharks boom boom ba boom ba boom. Big sky shark. Breeze sky sharks boom boom ba boom ba boom. Big sky sharks boom ba boom ba boom. Breeze sky sharks boom boom ba boom ba boom. Breathe them sky sharks. How's it smell there today? It tastes like fillings? The amalgams have come back to you. Have some more. Have some more. The sky full of s'mores. Pre-existing particles that were made at a factory dumped on your ass. Graphene oxide dumped in the sky. Carbon nanotubes, bunker fuel dumped in the skies. Things that are dumped in the sky that when jet exhaust goes by, the plane don't have to spray. It'll make a trail out of this and it'll produce whatever the heat of that exhaust was designed to do on these pre-made particles. That's just how it fucking works. Woo! Yep. But when you got them real high up, big drippy chemtrails, and every time a plane flies under it, you think it's on and off chemtrail spray? Perhaps I'm correct. It's just a fallout. It's coming down that bad. It makes it worse. Because the chem storms I'm seeing out here in the middle of the bush at night are unexplainable by any other means other than nanoparticulate chem storms over the top of us, falling out like a nuclear winter. Like a nuclear winter with acid from the acid heads. They joined the establishments. They just try to fuck. I'm telling you, man, when the side that was trying to fuck the environment turned into the one that fucked it. When the people that tells you, how dare you breathe carbon, how dare you have trees in your yard, that you should cut them down and bury them to sequester the carbon. That's insane thinking. That's where the cuckoo's nest has gone inside your head and laid its own eggs and the bird has flown away. Some people just a bunch of swamp cuckoos just jumping up in the wall. People think they're a pheasant, but they're not such a pleasant fucker when we're getting picked apart. See the thunderstorms today, Townsville? You see what you guys got to deal with? Hey, this is bad. Very, very bad. Coastal erosion is going to be huge. When this storm preps over, this is heavy lightning. This is tornadic activity. At 12 p.m. in the afternoon, the possibilities if you guys see a water spouts here off the coast of Serena and stuff because of this sticky out up bit here is very high in here, especially if the flow causes a suction down these two rivers here. You're going to have the convections that are positively productive in making such things as water spouts, and we're right on the edge of it out here as well in some of these places. Won't surprise me at all if we see some tornadic activity such as that, because the tornadoes are an electrical phenomenon and the wind is just a side effect of the winds itself, of the electrical flow in the toroids and the gaps between the tendrils. Let them touch your tendrils. And Maroochydore, you better close the door. Make it watertight like a crab's ass. Because, boy, is Fubario come your way. And most of your events will be over within about 7 days. All right, but I've been told, and they're still saying 10, and I think that's a bit too low. And over here where they want the new hotel resorts and stuff, very high again. It's almost a land-grabbingly high amount of rain coming your way. So we'll do you a quick roll through today because you deserve a nice forecast, you know. You know, if you take the vaccines coming up to test all these runaway things that are running away in your body because you took a vaccine, you're going to have problems. I'm just telling you. I'm not a medical doctor. I have the same medical degree as Bill Gates, okay? But at least I did my homework reading some books besides How to Lie with Statistics. A real book. It's used in statistic classes. It's about 1957, I believe, is the exact year of it. Yeah, you got to do your homework. It was written in, what's Dartmouth University? Ivy League. Ivy League. You know what you can make from Ivy? A bee stinger, it is for sure. You can Hangman's new set of it. Yep, see this, the endless flow that you get from all the way out here just keep bringing this tropical flow, and they keep pinning the lane with the EMF and the beams. You had this moisture ain't going nowhere. We're right up the top of you guys, right over Glasshouse Mountains, racing down the hills of Mulaney, cutting through, make a shortcut through Warwick and all that. You guys got some wetnesses coming. Big wetness. See the wetness from the sickness mix that you got. You had a radar light beaming your head, thinking you want this as your dream. You do not want the Paris Agreement to be ratified. You do not want the trillions and trillions of dollars in funding that's wanting to be administered by private people, no other interest other than to administer a fund and to sell the administering of a fund to the administration of a fund that corporately intoxifies your environment, sprays you like fucking bugs, basically with toxic waste and things that are an infamia to all life on this planet. An infamia. Google it. High pressure being well maintained by Lord Howe Island out here. It's just heating the atmosphere over itself, which makes it like a gear, right? So it grabs moisture, pulls it up, grabs temperature, moves it in, bubble up between those two. We'll do a suck up, put it right through the trough. This will help stir it right in, bring it right where they want it, right up your old wazoo. The entrance, the sphincter of Australia. Yeah, the name kind of gave it away. Yeah, this is bad situations unfolding. We ain't talking tough times at Ridgemont High, because you could turn that movie off and walk out. Life ain't no movie. Though if you believe Stanley Kubrick's movies, you'll understand how 2001 A Space Odyssey occurred in 1969 in July. Ooh, he fucking went there. One big lie for man, one giant leap in corporate profit. Brought to you by the Nassholes. And there's another low forms over here that's going to make things a bit interesting as we get in there towards Wednesday the 4th. You're going to have some volatility. With a high like this, it should drive it right over the top as a tendril. So expect these totals I'm showing you now to rise. It's much too less of a total here. There'll be much higher totals through here. And by the time that event hits, and he's actually looking at it. Unless they put a big square of EMF over here to protect Nelson in this area, this sticky outfit here is fucked. So get ready to be fucked. Polish up your art. Get rid of the cobwebs. Make sure all your stuff is fresh. Make sure you know what to do. Because if you don't know what to do, you're going to fucking hurt somebody else. And the 12-hour totals for this area are an ungodly amount of water. This is terrible. When we're watching this much coming, it ain't that much coming. It ain't that much coming. As they refortify their ability to flood you out. As the exams of the geoengineers in the United States unfold. And so do their weather plans. So, right, you guys stay safe. And again, Fiji, you get I have one more thing to cover. I don't even know if I'm going to get to go there if my mother passes. Things have just changed. Let's hope she's all right. Yeah, 4 centimeters coming Suva's way. You know, guys got to get ready over there because the storm is, they backed it up with an EMF move in this direction. They turned the tendril on you. They did. They turned it. You want to see what it's going to be? Yeah, I had a really long look at this. It's coming about here. That big beam they did is put some tendrils on the top here. So I'm gonna roll a. I'm gonna make sure Vanuatu and all that's in it. Right, watch the tendrils coming. It's the whammo. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 from 3 different directions. Almost like you had a low circulating over the top of you, but the pressure never indicated it. But you're going to get the flow like you're in the middle of a center. And it's really going to pump some stuff in on the shores. And as we get in towards Wednesday, Thursday, well, here it'll be, your time will probably be Thursday about lunchtime. These tendrils are going to start to impact you one after another. And they're going to be big. Tonga, you're right in the path as well, and your time's it's a bit different. So we'll give you some update before then about what's about to smack you guys here. Right? See the tendrils, how they're going to cut it? And you have to be prepared for this. You're going to have a cyclone's amount of water coming without the cyclone. As you're right in the middle of the oscillation between two haze here, it's just going to keep sucking the cold up into that tropical mass that's flowing along the Tropic of Capricorn, creating an El Grande BMO type event where they use their EMF electromagnetic frequency, you know, like I showed you on Mimic earlier, which I'm not going to pull back up now, had to influence the main river of moisture out here. And you can see today it's just a simultaneous combination with a lot of waveforms. So it's just setting moisture up in the atmosphere, keeping the electrics going. But enjoy the day you got. Make good use of it, people. You know, some very heavy rains coming for some spots. And out west, I guess, like you can expect it to continue out here. There's nowhere for anything to go. As the new bubble up's going to shoot more stuff in and up across. It's a really bad situation for you guys. It's just never ended. But the tendrils now doing the state line creep is like almost like a. In Northern Territory said, no more, no more, shut the door. And so they gave that shit to Queensland, bringing the tundra down into the trough via the back door of southern Australia's Connor, over there near the gem and gas and minefields where all the minerals and stuff are, where they want the land and they don't want you. Well, we got to say no more, no more. You are not going to own us, and we will be happy. Big love.